Jacob deGrom is the exception. Andres, I want to know why having an exception is a problem.
Novacek doesn't even have 500 catches. And he doesn't even have 5,000 yards receiving.
372 one season, right? I want to say it was his fourth or fifth season in the league. 372, 262 hits.
The Sports Hit List presents Smoke and Mirrors.
Being a fan is why we're here. The cheerful moments, the sadful moments, the angry moments. But it's deeper than that.
It's Thursday, guys. You know what that means.
It's Thursday, guys. You know what that means.
It is time for your weekly dose of the AEW injection, presented by the Sports Hit List, by the fans, for the fans. As always, you were here joined by the Outlaw of Long Island, Zach Droll.
Mr. No Days Off, Nick Moderano.
Christian Pollard, the Goon.
You're watching the AEW injection.
The AEW injection on the Sports Hit List. Join Dark Order.
What's poppin', y'all? This is Deborah Voltaire Coulange. Welcome to a fabulous Thursday, and this is The B Show. On The B Show, we talk about whatever the beep I want to talk about. Anyone drink coconut water? All right, so let's get this conversation started. And they just want a clear mind, and they just want to play the game. What's more important? Crazy news alert. And unfortunately, I think that's not talked about enough. This is Deborah Voltaire Coulange. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, be you, do you, for you. Bye.
Okay, let me try that again. Thank you, Anthony, for telling me that you couldn't hear me. Let me try that one more time. This is Carl Collage for the Sports Hit List, by the fans and for the fans. I think my mic is working now. I forgot to turn it on. Thank you to all the fans for pulling up and joining us here on the Sports Hit List for NFL Week 1. I know my contributors are excited. We had a great game on Thursday between the Cowboys and the Bucks to kick off the season. But today we have a full slate of schedule. I know everyone's getting ready for going through their teams, going through their fantasy teams, all the excitement ready to go for football kickoff. So let me bring in one of my contributors now. I don't know where my other ones are. I told them 12 o'clock and they're running on some CPT time. I don't know what's going on with that, but I know Showtime P is in the building. Showtime P, what's going on, sir? Can you hear me?
Let me switch audio real quick.
Can you hear me, sir?
Hang on.
All right, I got you. Let me bring in Travis right now. Travis is coming in as well as we connect with some audio problems. But thank you to all the fans who are being patient and watching us here live. Travis, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me? Is my visuals right?
Listen, are you at? What are you doing? Are you at training camp? What are you doing? Like,
no, I just want you to know this is the lengths I go to, to give you a good shot, and I want hazard pay because it is 9:00 in the morning out here.
Hazard pay.
It is.
What do you?
Yes, it is.
I didn't tell you to go out west. That's not my. That's a you problem. I didn't tell you to go there.
It is 9:00 in the morning, and it's already 90 degrees out here. Okay, but here I am out here in the backyard, in the sun, because I want to give. I'm on the road, and I want the people to feel it.
Yo, Trav, you in Vegas? You in Vegas?
No, I'm in Phoenix.
He's in Phoenix.
Bro, I've been to Phoenix many times.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Everything is indoors, brother.
The crazy thing about it, this is supposed to be the time of the year when the weather is dropping. No, it is still 100 plus.
Now, Paul, I have a question for you, sir. You are sporting some Jaguar gear here. Is this your new team? I know you kind of hinted. Because the fans are asking and they're wondering what's going on with the Jags swag, right? The Jags swag for today.
Here's what I can tell the fans out there. First of all, thank you guys for tuning in. It's good to be back, right?
It feels great, brother.
Football's back.
I feel better being back here than ever going back into the office at work. So this is the
why would you put that in the atmosphere? We don't want to hear about going back into the office.
So for my fans out there, you may see different apparel. You may see different apparel every week. It really just is about who I'm feeling. And there's a new regime that's going to start strong today. And shout out to Trevor Lawrence. Shout out to J. Rob. Shout out to LaVisca Chenault. And shout out to the homie Urban Meyer.
My man did his pronunciations really great today. Did you hear that? His pronunciations were on point, right?
I was in the Haitian playbook today, baby.
But you know what?
You have the piece of paper with the pronunciations on it?
Nah, baby. Nah.
But you know what? Let me tell you something about the Jags, and we can start with that game since it's Trevor Lawrence's first game. Did you know that quarterbacks that debut are 0-12-1 in their debuts since 2003? So that's an interesting fact to know. That
Carl, did you know that Trevor Lawrence is going to be the first to get that W at 1:00 today?
I'm just saying. I'm just letting you guys know what the facts are.
Well, let me add on. Carl, did you know he's playing the Houston Texans, where their franchise quarterback, a top 5 quarterback, is number 3 on the depth chart?
Okay, that's fair. Listen, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just giving you guys the facts. But let's talk about this game. So, Trevor's first game, what are you looking for him to do here in week 1?
Trav, before you answer, I just can't get it out of my mind that you're sitting outside in 100 degrees.
This is what I do for the people.
But nobody told you to sit outside. You could go inside and sit in some AC. What are you doing outside?
Halfway through the show, we might be inside. Okay, we're gonna last as long as.
Is
we
it that
can,
humid heat? Is it the sun? Is it humid? Like what is it?
See, people say that humid versus dry. 110 is 110 to me. I don't care, but it's the dry type. But 110 is 110. I don't care if it's dry or humid.
All right, so pretty much the rest of the panel so far, they all went with the Jags. Chuck, Greg, Declan, Reynal, and Manny all went with the Jags. And those are the people you're competing against this year for the Pick'ems predictions. So, Travis, let me ask you, who do you have here, and what are you looking for Trevor Lawrence in his first game?
I'm looking for Trevor Lawrence to go out there and establish himself as the franchise quarterback of the Jacksonville Jaguars. They are on the road because I believe the Green Bay Packers and the Saints are playing in their stadium. So, therefore, on the road against a team that not so many people have too many hopes for. I mean, people seem to believe that the Houston Texans are a bottom 5, are the worst team in the NFL this year. So, in that case, they do have an experienced quarterback in Tyrod Taylor. So, therefore, I'm going to still go with the Jags on this one.
Okay. Showtime P.
Yeah, I just think ultimately when the chips are down, you got to say this. The Jaguars, even with Gardner Minshew last year, was a competitive football team. Trevor Lawrence has been established as QB1 since day one. I think he goes out there with full command and control. And unfortunately, Houston doesn't have anything they can throw at him that will make him look like a rookie, I think, today. So for that, I'm going with the Jags. Hopefully they can hang on. I think the defense is better. But I'm going with Jacksonville. Obviously, I'm rocking with Jacksonville.
All right. So let's I know Rick is supposed to be here. I'm trying to get in contact with him, see if he'll pull up, but we'll wait for his pick as the show goes on. So let's move to one of our local teams. We got the Broncos versus the Giants. 67% of Denver's wins in their openers. That's the highest winning percentage in season openers in NFL. So Chuck got the Broncos, Greg got the Broncos, Declan went with the Giants, Manny went with the Giants.
Of course he did.
And Renell went with the Broncos. Danny Dimes, it seems like the clock is out on him heading into this season. You could say some pressures on him in New York, and we know how New York feels about their teams. So, Paul, let me ask you, who do you have here?
I got the Broncos. In lieu of what your WWF visit to the Garden, the Broncos are going to lay the smack down on the Giants today. The smack is down, in other words. I just think, listen, I don't love Denver by any stretch of the imagination, but you know what I do like? I like balance. Denver will find a way to beat them on the outside and run the football, but more importantly, Von Miller and those guys, I think, will get after Danny two-tap, or I call them double-tap deck. They're going to get to Daniel Jones today. I wouldn't be shocked if we see a couple of strip fumbles. That's in his DNA, and a couple picks. So I'm going to go with the Broncos. It'll be an ugly game, but I'll go with Denver.
Travis.
The Giants, they made a lot of moves on the offensive side because, like you said, this is the time we need to see what Daniel Jones, I'm not calling that man Danny Dimes because I don't believe he'd be dropping dimes out here, but we need to see what Daniel Jones can do. They bought in Kenny Galladay. They bought in a first-round pick on the wide receiver. But if you watch the preseason, we all saw that offensive line is absolutely atrocious. It is terrible. And guess what Denver can do? They can rush the passer. You have Von Miller, who's going to be in his first game back in in probably a year. You got Bradley Chubb on the other side, and then you got the young rookie at the cornerback position in Patrick Surtain. And you got my man Teddy Bridgewater, who is probably good, like Paul said, balanced. He's going to be out there and make sure he's not going to go out there and make the big mistakes. All right. He's going to make sure the offense stays on schedule. With that case, I'm going to go with the Broncos.
Is Saquon on the clock here for the Giants too?
No, because he's coming off that injury. I believe they said he's going to have he's playing. I believe they said he's going to have a limited. Oh, not yet. I don't. He's going to be coming off in a limited role today. I believe they said, but he's going to play.
Okay.
No. The last thing that just came in live is he won't be limited at all. Him or Eckler is the last I've gotten. So he's a full go this week, Saquon.
Okay.
But Giants fans around the world are just so mind blown by Saquon, the generational, sensational guy, that what they don't realize is it don't matter how good Saquon is. If you can't block for him, he's gonna look like Boobie Miles when he had the knee brace in Friday Night Lights.
Oh my God.
So it's gonna be ugly for the Giants, I think. Yeah, I could be wrong.
All right. Travis, since the other New York team plays your team today, did you want to talk about them or you want to save that a little bit later for the show? It's up to you.
I mean, do we have it? I mean, Chuck already admitted that he's not about to ride with his team. I was hoping to get Greg on here.
Well, Greg is not. Well, according to Greg, he's not riding with his team either. Everyone went with the Panthers. I'm being totally honest.
It get funny when the money is on the
line. Right. Like, what kind of fans are they? I mean,
yeah, they abandoned ship. Yeah. He went with the Panthers as well. So Chuck, Greg, Deck, and Raynell all went with the Panthers. Jets versus Panthers. Sam Darnold facing his old team. So Travis, clearly you're going to go with your team here, right? That's safe to say.
Of course I am. I mean, they sat the Jets out here. They didn't know what to do with Sam Darnold. So I'm hopefully now that he's down in Carolina, he's got some weapons around him. He's got DJ Moore. He's got Robbie Anderson. He's got CMC in the backfield. And we've drafted a couple young players that I believe are going to contribute this year in Terrence Marshall and what is the running back's name? Chuba Hubbard. I can't remember this. Chuba Hubbard. Yes, I believe he'll be a great backup for CMC, so he'll be able to contribute just a little bit. I think the Jets are going to come down there and we're going to get this W because Sam Darnold he's motivated. He wants the world to see that. That they were wrong about him and it wasn't his fault and that it was purely the Jets and their terrible organization.
Would you say that about every player who leaves the Jets though?
Yes, I would say everybody leaves the Jets with a vendetta.
All right, Paul, are you going to make it a clean sweep here going with the Panthers, or are you picking the Jets? He got the football mug. Oh. Did you? Let me ask you a question. How much did you spend on material for the show this year? Like, when did you?
This mug.
Don't worry about that, Carl. He said you'll see it when he sends you the bill.
Yeah, right.
Carl, you know, this mug was a late edition. It was picked up in lieu of Christmas shopping yesterday. Yep, Christmas. You heard me. And
Christmas
decoration. This mug was.
Wait,
only
how do you skip over
$2.99.
Halloween? How do you skip over Halloween and Thanksgiving, bro? Come on, you can't do that.
Carl, you don't decorate for Thanksgiving, all right? Listen, my heart tells me, as you know, I was 0-11 last year, I think, with the Jets. My heart tells me Zach Wilson will be better than we expect. I think he will be the second best rookie today. However, the defense in Carolina is going to be a really good defense. Hassan Riddick on the edge, Chin in the bag, J.C. Horn. I just don't see how the Jets can score against this football team. I don't. And for that, I got to go with the Panthers making a clean sweep.
All right, Panthers. So far,
I don't even know who's running the ball for the Jets.
Yeah, everyone seems to be spot on so far with some picks here. So
Coleman? Isn't Coleman the running back there?
Yeah, he'll be hurt by the second quarter.
Okay, up next we have the Seahawks versus the Colts. Chuck is the only.
It's gonna get good.
Chuck is the only one to pick the Colts here. Greg, Declan, Raynell, and Manny all went with the Seahawks. Travis, let me ask you who you got here.
First of all, as much as I hate to admit it, I'd have to give a shout out to Paul because he said Carson Wentz would be here by week 1. I didn't believe it, but here he is. All right, see, this is why you can't give you props. See, give the man an inch and he takes a mile. Jesus.
Yeah, we know the
same. My God, I tried. But I mean, I believe this is going to be one of the better games of the week right here. Do we know who's home and who's on the road on this one?
I think the Colts are home.
Okay.
They in Indy, bro.
Yeah, the Colts are home. Yeah.
The Seahawks, I mean, they're coming in with a new offense. That defense, I mean, who's on that defense besides Bobby Wagner at this point?
No disrespect Jamal Adams like that.
Jamal Adams, the highest paid safety in the game. But at the end of all right, I think I'm going to go with the Colts on this one simply because the Colts are a balanced football team. I mean,
think or you know? There's no thinking here. You just make the pick.
Okay, yes, you're correct. I'm going to go with the Colts because they are a balanced football team. This may be Carson Wentz's first game with this team, but that balance of the run game and the pass game, his familiarity with Frank Wright, I think it will be enough to get the job done. And plus, that Colts defense is no slouch. They are formidable. So therefore, I believe they will get the job done.
Okay. Paul, you going to go with the Colts as well? Sticking with Wentz or no?
Absolutely. As you guys know, well documented back in April when the Wentz deal went through, I told you guys Wentz would be my dark horse for comeback player of the year and potentially an MVP candidate. And I'm going to ride with that. But this will be a showcase for Jonathan Taylor. He will go out there and establish his day one regimen for trying to lead the league in rushing, which I think he has the ability to do. Jonathan Taylor, I think, will dominate them. And shout out to Michael Pittman on the left-hand side. That's another guy that the Eagles and the Jets should have had. But, Wentz got his number one receiver. I think Michael Pittman gets busy. It'll be a shootout. I think it'll be a fun game to watch on the turf. But, man, I just don't see Seattle. They're going to need 40 to beat Indy if it's a shootout. And I think Indy is a much, much more polished football team on both ends and balance. They dominate the clock. I just don't see Seattle being able to win this game. But Russ is dangerous late, so anything is possible. We've seen Tom Brady win it late, so anything can happen.
I think this is our best. I think this is our best 50-50 game. Like, it could go either way.
Would this qualify as the game of the week? Would you say?
No, I'm not going to say that, but I'm going to say it has the best chance of going either way.
I don't know how Chiefs Browns has got to be up there for game of the week.
Yes, I agree.
Low key, Bills Steelers is a game to watch too. That's one of my 50-50 games. But we'll get there.
Correct.
We'll talk about Josh Allen in a second.
I know you can't wait to do that. We already know how to go. But real quick, Manny goes with the Jets here. That's his pick for Jets versus Panthers. Just want to put that out there. He's the only one going to go with the Jets. So just putting
That's
it out
how I
there.
always know I'm a good salesman. See, I got Manny believing. All right. Everything is possible.
Because he's Manny. You can't trust Raiders fans. They don't make good decisions in life.
Well, speaking of the Raiders, nice transition,
Oh, wait.
Trav.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Speaking of Manny, don't think I don't know. We have a fantasy matchup in the Sports Hit List Fantasy Week 1. So we'll see. We'll keep you updated on who gets
first
that
of all,
W.
stop donning that league as a Sports Hit List Fantasy, because it's not. All right. The leaders of the Sports Hit List ain't even in the group. All right. Ain't even.
I mean, who's it? We got Rick, we got Deck, we got me, we got Greg. You the only one that decided not.
Oh, all right. So I might be wrong. you don't got any of the gurus. You don't got Ray in there. You don't got Chuck in there.
I believe Ray is in there. I believe Ray is in there.
Oh, all right.
I believe.
So,
not Ray Jaw. Not Ray.
No,
Jaw.
right now, not
Ray
Jaw.
now.
Right now.
I believe Ray now. I believe.
Let's go to the Eagles versus the Falcons. Matt Ryan is 3-0 at home versus Philly. Everyone went with the Falcons except for Manny again, being the odd man out, going with the Eagles. So, Paul, what you got?
Manny trying to dig himself in a hole. He trying to get
really early. He is. I can't front. Paul, what you got?
The disrespect is real for one of the most winning guys I've ever come across watching in football, in Jalen Hurts. All right. There's no way in hell I'm picking against Jalen Hurts against an Atlanta team that can't stop a nosebleed. I got Jalen Hurts giving me 350 yards with 3+ TDs today. Devontae Smith has a big game at wide out, some catch and runs. Kyle Pitts will dominate. I think Kyle Pitts will put his stamp on top 5 tight end this year. But I just think the Eagles, between Miles Sanders and Jalen Hurts and a couple sprinkled dinkles from the wide out core, I'm going with the Eagles, bro. Jalen Hurts be finding a way to win. I ain't betting against the bro. Not this week. Not in Atlanta. Not in Atlanta. So,
Trav, who you got here?
This is a difficult game to pick right here because these are two teams that need to bounce back from bad seasons. We got Falcons have a new coach in Arthur Smith. They traded away Julio Jones to bring in the new weapon Kyle Pitts. But the Eagles, I just don't know. I don't feel like the organization is fully behind Jalen Hurts. Okay, we have the new head coach.
We know you ain't.
Listen, I will admit I am not 100% sold on Jalen Hurts yet. I need to see more. So you know what? And the fact that I need to see him, I'll give him this one. The Eagles get this win. I'll give him this one. I was ready to go with Atlanta, but the fact that I want to see Jalen Hurts, I want to see if he has it in him. This will be the game where
it doesn't sound like a too confident pick there. It sounds like you're giving him
It's not.
a buy over here.
All right,
you don't want Jalen Hurts, don't take him.
You know how we said the Colts and the Colts and Seahawks are a 50-50 on two good teams? This is a 50-50 on two not so good teams. Carl, it could go either way.
The heat is melting his brain.
Yeah. We have.
Wait, you know what? Okay, you know what? Who's the home team in that one? I'm going home team.
Atlanta.
Whoever the home team is.
Atlanta. Too late. I already wrote it down.
I'm going Atlanta. No,
too late. I told you. You see, did I not say? No. Did I not say this in the chat? Listen, did I not say this in the chat?
We haven't moved on.
Did I not say this in the chat? Right? I specifically said no change in picks, and you did it the first week.
We haven't moved on. No, I was convinced. I want Atlanta.
I literally said no change in picks.
Travis giving us rooftop vibes? What's going on?
No. Like, bro, are we accepting this?
In Arizona, bro. Like,
are we accepting this? Are we
accepting this?
Time out. Are we accepting this switch?
Stroke.
Are you accepting this switch?
No.
I'm going Atlanta. I want to go Atlanta.
You're too late. I wrote it down.
I'm going Atlanta.
No,
Carl,
too late.
You want to let him go Atlanta? Let him go Atlanta. Nobody goes to Atlanta anyway. He can have Atlanta. Right? Before my bro from Central Florida get in the game, Carl, I just realized you had on a Giants t-shirt, bro.
I do, man. That's my team, man. Come on, Eli Manning, baby.
That's your team.
That's my team. It's always been my team.
You know the vibe.
I'm gonna send
the vibe. Come on, man. We already know what it is. Rick, man, you pulling up on some real CPT over here, man.
Hey,
12 o'clock turns not 12:24, 12:30, brother. What's going on?
Listen, man. I've been in retail for God knows how long. Y'all know how crazy Black Friday gets in retail. So now that I'm riding with FanDuel, I'm working this morning, bro. It's Black Friday for me, man. The chats and emails are coming in.
Hold on. I know they are an employer, but are they a sponsor? Are they?
Hey,
we didn't say all that now. We didn't say all that.
We can't be giving free
Baby
publicity
steps,
now.
baby steps.
All right, so wait a minute. Travis, you're officially changing your pick, right?
Yes, I'm going with the home team. I'm going to Atlanta.
Okay. This guy, man. Okay, Rick, let me get your picks before we move on to some of the other games first, and then we'll move on to the ones. We got Broncos, Giants. Who you got?
Man, on the spot with a tough one right out the gate. Broncos, Giants. I'm going to go with the Broncos, man. I think the offense is going to end up looking a lot better than we expect it to be, and I'm still not quite sold on the Giants.
Jags, Texans. You making a clean sweep with the Jags? Everyone else got the Jags.
Wow, everybody got the Jags. Oh, yeah. I actually got the Texans, to be honest, man. I think we're looking at the death and demise of the Texans, and they might end up just being okay. The Jags still don't feel like the Jags know exactly what they're going to have, all together necessarily. Like there's a lot of moving parts here that I just don't think that they know who they are yet. So I'm going to roll with the Texans.
Seahawks, Colts.
Oh, no, give me the Seahawks. Yeah, give me the Seahawks on there.
And then we got the Eagles, Falcons, the one we were just talking about.
Yeah, that I'm leaning with the Falcons on that one, man. I think the Falcons offense is gonna surprise some of us as well. I'm looking for that Kyle Pitts show.
Okay, now we got the Vikings
Kyle Pitts show
versus
could be good today, bro.
Vikings versus the Bengals. We got everyone went with the
Wait,
Vikings.
Carl, hold on one second. Before you
Sure
move
thing,
on.
boss. Go ahead.
If I didn't plug the homies from the Tuesday show, Fellas Worldwide Fantasy at DFS players, the FanDuel DraftKingers, right? You will never get Kyle Pitts for cheaper than what he is today. He is $4,500 in DraftKings, which is like 10th for tight ends. You have to play him. Play him in the T slot, play him in the flex. If you want to win money, best shot is today. T. Higgins, $4,700 with Joe Burrow.
Yo, listen,
don't play with the homies.
Listen,
if you want to win, put Booby in. You heard him.
I'm gonna piggyback off of that. I think James Robinson, I saw something like 5,900 if I'm not mistaken on FanDuel.
Bro.
Take James Robinson all day for 5,900. Under $6 grand, take
Pittman,
that.
5,100.
Okay.
I'm just saying, stars out there, bro.
Rick, let me get your picks on the Jets versus Panthers.
Oh, give me the Panthers, man. Sam Darnold is gonna light the Jets up, man. Sam Darnold and Robbie Anderson is gonna be a field day today.
It's gonna be barbecue
chicken.
Don't
forget about DJ
barbecue
Moore
chicken
for my fantasy purposes.
How
DJ
dare
Moore
y'all
for my
mention the
fantasy
Panthers and not mention Run CMC?
Yeah, but that's a given.
Drop 1,000,000 points.
Yeah, that's a given. I feel like that's the given. Now you add Darnold and Robinson out here trying to hit some payback. Forget about it.
Yeah. Listen, Manny, man, you're the only one going with the Jets here, buddy. I don't know. That's a little sus. That's real sus over here.
A lot of things about Manny real sus.
So
Joel Rivera has something to say to you too, Travis. He said, "Listen, the Panthers aren't a great of an organization either. So stop shitting on the Jets."
I never admitted. I never admitted that they are, but I mean, we are a far better organization than the Jets are.
Are they though? But are they?
I mean, they do have a Super Bowl in the last 10 years.
I'd say that.
We have Super Bowl appearances within the past 20 years.
Bruh.
You know what I mean? We've been to the playoffs.
Y'all don't even want to count Cam Newton as a part of y'all Ring of Honor. You want to highlight a Super Bowl appearance?
Yeah, that's wild.
Come on, bro.
I mean, listen.
Knock it off, bro.
Listen.
Next.
We appreciate his services.
All right, so we got the Vikings versus the Bengals. Everyone here is going with the Vikings. Paul, who you got?
Yo, I'm going with Joe Burrow. Give me an upset, bro. Like air raid attack, Joe Mixon in the red zone. Yo, give me the Bengals, bro.
Okay, all right, that's fair. Travis,
I gotta sip on that, bro.
I mean, listen. I need Jamar Chase has had. There was a debate about should they have drafted him or the offensive line. He's had some drop issues in the playoffs. I mean, not in the playoffs, in the preseason. I mean, but no, I'm gonna go. What do we have? Minnesota. I'm going to Minnesota.
I'm writing this down. I am writing this down because I don't want you to switch halfway through. I'm writing it down.
I mean, they have a okay quarterback. They have a better run game. They have a better wide receiving core. I believe Mike Zimmer will get that defense to bounce
You think
back.
they have a better receiving core? I think they got two good
Receiving core? Yes. I mean,
I don't think
Justin
so.
Jefferson did just break a rookie record, and Adam Thielen
him and
definitely
him and
top
Adam
heavy.
are good.
Yeah,
but
that's a
let's
top
not
flight.
pretend
is a top flight
let's
receiver.
not pretend that T. Higgins, Boyd, and
T. Higgins
yeah.
legit.
Slouch though,
T. Higgins
bro.
is T. Higgins is legit. But guess what?
Like,
they spent the top.
They got a unit over there, bro.
They spent the top 5 pick on a wide receiver who has dropped a whole bunch of balls in the preseason.
Bro, you know
I need to see him turn it around.
You know what receiver led the preseason in yards, bro? Nobody.
It does,
exactly.
but I know who had the most big drops.
Trav, T. Higgins ain't played real football in 485 days after sitting out
Yeah.
the year. So you think I'm worried
Jamar
about him
Chase? You mean Jamar Chase?
I mean Jamar Chase. Sorry. You think I'm worried about him dropping a couple passes in preseason? I'm not worried.
Yes,
bro.
it's gonna be. Then it becomes a head thing. Then it becomes
It's gonna be interesting
thing.
to see. It's gonna be interesting to see getting Burrow back, and then now he's got an additional weapon. You know what I mean? Like Paul mentioned,
And JC
they are
is a
deeper,
three, bro.
They are definitely deeper at the wide receiver position, but Vikings definitely top heavy there with those studs. He mentioned the defense for the Vikings. I think the defense for the Vikings has a lot to prove this year, and it starts today. So I'm gonna go with the Vikings.
You going with the Vikings? Okay, so that's a clean sweep for everybody. Everyone's got the
No.
Vikings.
I went Bengals, bro.
You went Bengals. You're right.
I went Bengals, bro.
You're right. I got you on that. You got with the Bengals. Okay, Chargers versus the Washington football team. Chuck has Washington. Greg has the Chargers. Declan has Washington. Raynell and Manny both have the Chargers. Paul.
You gonna come to me first?
I can go to somebody else. Up to you, bro. Whatever you want.
Nah, I'm going Chargers, bro. I believe in Justin Herbert, my boy Greg G. Polius, the best pitcher in the sports hit list. I'm rolling with his man, so I'm rocking with the Chargers. I don't care who else out there. Herbert is out there. 13 is out there. That's the showtime, and they get their defense back. So I'm going with the Chargers. I think they're gonna score more points than Washington.
I haven't checked. Do we have an update on Eckler yet or no?
That's a 4 game, but the last I said he playing though. So
yes, I did see that.
Okay.
Rick, who you got?
Yeah, similar to what Paul mentioned. I mean, I'd like to say it would hinge on whether Eckler's playing or not. I think Washington's going to look good this year. They might have a nice little kind of piggyback season off of what we saw, where they kind of failed their way into a division championship. I think they might have a really good season. It doesn't start off well today, though. I'm rolling with the Chargers, whether Eckler's out there or not.
Travis.
Carl, I would just like to add that I put my feet in my Nike slides and I feel like they're about to melt because it's so hot out here.
Just go inside, bro.
I mean, you're literally on the sun, bro. Like
you're doing it to yourself. Just go inside, bro. Like
you got
time.
decided to get
go
as
inside.
close as you could.
He took his camera off. I could have swore he was
going inside. Me too.
No,
I thought the same thing.
The battery was dying, so I had to plug the charger in.
I was gonna say it was probably starting to fog up.
You better hope that your phone doesn't get deactivated because it's too hot. You better be careful.
Right.
Yo, not even Kyler Murray takes calls from the roof in Arizona, bro.
Trav, who you got, sir?
But as far as this game, man, I think I'm going to go with the Chargers on this one. I believe Justin Herbert in year 2. I mean, they have the new head coach. Hopefully, Derwin James can stay healthy on defense, man. That kid's got to stay healthy. They got Joey Bosa. Wait, is it no Nick Bosa or Joey? That's Joey Bosa with the Chargers. Right. I believe they will be a top flight defense this year, and I believe the Chargers get the win this week over the Washington football team.
The key matchup clearly Justin Herbert, Chase Young. That's the matchup for us to look forward to for this game here. But again, Chuck and Declan, the only two to go with Washington. So let's move along. We have the Cards versus the Titans. Declan's the only one to pick the Cardinals. Everybody else is going Titans here. Travis?
This is a tough one because I believe
every game is a tough one.
You said that
every single game. Because you see that, right? I thought that was me. Yo, I thought that's his favorite line.
Listen. I go front though. I go front. I do feel like
if I had a quarter for
every
every time you say this is a tough one, this is what I have. All right. Like, every time you say that, you chuck a quarter in there.
Props too. See? I ain't the only one.
Because I this year I'm a believer in the Cardinals this year. I believe they made a lot of additions on that team, They brought in some veteran talent on both sides. This is year 3 for Kyler Murray. I'm a believer in this team, just not this week, because guess what? You got Julio Jones, you got AJ Brown, and you got the returning rushing leader coming at you. I'm gonna go Titans on this one.
Rick,
that's fair.
I think this is the year that the Titans finally put it together and get over the hump. I think they're gonna make.
When you say get over the hump, what you mean, bro?
They are gonna make a serious push for the AFC. I think I have Ryan Tannehill as a low-key, sneaky MVP candidate. It's going to set it off today. I think they're going to open up the offense a little bit more. We're going to see a little more passing from them, because if we see more passing from them with the continued running of King Henry the way that it is, it's going to be tough to stop that squad. So give me the Titans.
Titans. All right. Everyone, again, Paul, you gonna go with the Titans as well? Or are you going with your...
Absolutely not. And let me tell you.
So wait, are you actually agreeing with your favorite hitless member in Declan? Is that
I'm not agreeing with Declan. I don't know why Declan took the Cardinals. Let me tell you something. I don't care why he took the Cardinals. Let me tell you why I'm taking the Cardinals. Right? I don't want to talk about nobody who's sending messages about Josh Allen at 2 a.m. on campus. All right? All right? At 2 a.m. on campus, Josh Allen is not.
On a Saturday. Was it Saturday?
Last night, yeah.
Oh, God.
Why they do that at?
Last night. Oh,
not on campus.
Wait. To hopefully give him a benefit of doubt, it is a pandemic.
No,
maybe.
Nah.
I tried.
Pandemic or not, bro. You on the campus door. Like, we know what was on campus door.
I tried.
Definitely some better options.
To my answer for the fans out there, I'm very excited to see Julio Jones in a winning environment again. I don't know what to expect. I think the real winner today will be Adam Humphries in the slot, to be 100% honest. But what I do know is Arizona can score the football. And I'm hoping it's a shootout, right? That's what we're hoping for as fans. So I'm going with the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals win a shootout. I think they get just enough to get done. I'm still not sold on the defensive backs in Tennessee. And for Nuke, you're going to need them.
All right. So everyone goes with the Titans except for Declan and Paul. They go with the Cardinals.
I don't ever want to be in the same room as Deck, but damn. Here we go.
Let's go with a heavy hitter here. You guys said this could be the game of the week. Rick, I'm going to start with you. Browns versus Chiefs. Everyone's going Chiefs.
Yeah, like I see the hype. I hear the hype. It's everywhere, man. We got folks picking the Browns. Some people picking the Browns to go to the Super Bowl. They saying the defense is supposed to be one of the best we've seen in a while. They're going to have to prove it to me, man. Give me the Chiefs.
Okay. Rick goes with the Chiefs. Travis.
Trav went to find air conditioner, all right?
Oh, yeah, he did. I didn't even realize he logged off. Okay, he really did.
That's my guess, all right?
All right, Showtime.
Going to find air. All right?
Showtime P, what you got?
Y'all know how I feel about the Browns, bro. The Baker story, the weapon.
Last year's great finish, right? Like
I was one of the very few that was rocking with Cleveland down the stretch. Odell, my brother. But you know the difference between this day and that day? Against KC, coming out with some actual momentum, right? They're gonna come out of the gates with the hype. Patty waving on the crowd, Tyreek Hill running wild. You know, that defense may very well be the best defense in football, the Cleveland Browns, but it won't be today. And you got to start fast against an Andy Reid offense. Patty Mahomes lights them up today, 40.
Wow. Okay.
He's gonna make a statement today. You're gonna remember who the best player in pro football is today. It will be Patty Mahomes.
Okay. As we wait, we'll get back to Travis as I think he finds some air conditioning. Packers versus the Saints. You know, I think
I hope he's still alive, bro.
A heat stroke.
Heat deprivation is real, bro.
Yeah. Packers and the Saints. It's going to be pretty awkward and weird to see no Drew Brees taking the field. Is that fair to say? Like not seeing Drew Brees walk out that tunnel and lead the Saints, or is that cliche for me as a media man to say that line?
No, I think that the signature moment for Nola was Drew Brees leading the chant every week in the huddle, right? Like that was his signature move. But you know who is running out of the tunnel today? Aaron Rodgers.
He went inside. He went inside.
25 pounds in the last
He had to,
39
yo. He had to. He had enough of the sauna. Yup.
His
Face
looked
looked mad
Michael
slim.
Strahan, bro. Looked like Michael Strahan.
He went inside. You went inside, didn't you? You had no choice.
The iPad said, "Take your butt inside." I'm not playing no more.
You know it's real when the Apple device tell you it's too hot, bro. You gotta get inside.
So it's 100 degrees out there?
Right now it is 9:45, and it is at least 90 degrees already.
Now you know the heat index add on to that too. Woo.
All right. So Trav, before we move, we were at Browns versus Chiefs. You going with the Chiefs to make a clean sweep?
Ooh, this is a
good one, right?
I mean, it's a tough one. Say it again.
This is a tough
one. Who's the home team on this one?
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs?
Yeah.
You know what? They come with their revamped offensive line. It's Patty Mahomes. It's Travis Kelce. It's Tyreek Hill. I believe Tyrann Mathieu, he is coming off the COVID list. He will play today. So therefore, I mean, the Browns are going to come in with that tough that offensive line that they went out here and spent all that money on in free agency and trade is going to get tested today. Because guess what? Myles Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney is coming to town. But at the end of the day, I'm going to go to Chiefs, man.
I just realized what your shirt says, Fatletics. That's hilarious. Just realized what his shirt said. We were talking about Packers versus Saints. Paul, you were going on. We talk about the Saints. Who's leading the charge in the huddle? Since Drew Brees is not there, who you got? Everybody else going with the Packers here. So is that a fair clean?
Oh, I gotta rock with the Pack, bro. Last dance. The last dance.
Rick?
Yeah. Give me the Packers, man, for sure.
Trav, clean sweep with the Packers?
Fast. So we all know that this game is being played in Jacksonville, correct?
Yep.
You know why this game is being played in Jacksonville?
Mm-hmm.
Because the Saints sat there and said they said one, Aaron Rodgers is 3-4 in the state of Florida. They believed that the heat and humidity would give them an advantage. And then they also, somebody in the Saints organization got on, I guess, Travelocity and figured out that Green Bay to Jacksonville is the most difficult and most expensive flight for fans. So that's why they are playing in Jacksonville, Florida, okay? So therefore, the fact that somebody in the Saints organization did all this research, I am still not going to go New Orleans, and I'm going to go to Packers.
Okay. 49ers and the Lions, this seems like a wash. It seems as everyone's going 49ers. Do we even need to discuss this game? Everyone's got 49ers. Everybody here going to go 49ers here?
Yes, sir.
Man. That's.
Wow.
Hold on. I want to hear this.
Rick is going 49ers.
Rick, explain. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yes, please. Okay, let's go.
Rick's got 49ers. Trav, you got 49ers.
Yes, sir.
And Paul, you're telling me no. You're going with the Lions.
You know why I'm telling you no? Because the glass is half full. All right, it's nothing there. What if I told you?
That means the glass is 100% empty. What are you talking about?
You don't know what's in this cup, all right? What if I told you?
There's nothing in it.
You don't know what's in this cup, all right? What if I told you? What if I told you we don't even know who's playing quarterback for the 49ers today? We know who's playing quarterback for the Detroit Lions. Jared Goff, right? New offense. Tricky Slicky is what they used to call it up in Harlem back in the day. Lots of tricky Slicky. Give me an upset. This week you got an upset. The Detroit Lions and their unseen before offense will find a way to stifle the Niners, bro. And Jimmy G will struggle. You may see Trey Lance a lot sooner than you do. They're already talking about he's going to play 25% of the snaps.
Greg wants
this is
to
a
know.
Disaster.
Greg wants to know why the hell they inactivated Trey Sermon. That's what Greg wants.
Nobody knows, bro. It's a
He's
lot
not
going on.
active?
Not active. Same with Zach Moss in Buffalo. Nobody knows what's going on in San Francisco. It's the guru overthinking himself as the guru in Shanahan, bro.
So you're sitting here telling me that a team that was in the Super Bowl 2 years ago is fully healthy again, and you're picking the Detroit Lions over them.
Think? I mean, they lost a lot, right? This is not the. People got to get it out of their mind. This is not the same 49ers team that was in the Super Bowl 2 years ago defensively. Sure, Nick Bosa's coming back. Great. I love that. Who the hell's playing corner for the 49ers? You know anybody playing corner for the 49ers?
Valid question.
Who are the safeties for the 49ers?
Paul, Pete wants to know what the hell are you
Who
doing?
are the wide receivers for the Detroit Lions, though?
I know who TJ is.
To take advantage of that secondary.
I know who their tight end is. I know they got 2 running backs that can catch the football and are explosive. That's all I need to know. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna beat them today. That's just my opinion, bro.
All right.
You do know their left tackle. I believe their left tackle isn't playing today. You do know
Since
that.
we got
It
Declan
didn't
in
matter
the
if he was playing, bro.
Since we got
It's
Declan
the left tackle.
For Nick Bosa, it wasn't gonna matter.
Valid, but still, that makes it worse.
Since we got Declan in the comments, we can go to Steelers versus the Bills. Raynal's the only one to pick the Steelers.
Make that 2.
Oh, I'm gonna get to you in a second. Rick, who you got?
This was definitely one of those tough ones too. I did just spend a couple of days in the Steel City, man. The energy is hot, even though it is a road game. It's a game in Buffalo.
Always...
The energy was crazy. Like, I mean, we went for a wedding.
You can't get through the airport.
For real. We went for a wedding, so we didn't get a chance to really experience the entire city, and already looking at an opportunity to hopefully go for an away game and kind of feel that vibe, because it was dope out there. They're ready, you know. With that said, I'm going to lean on the side of the Buffalo Bills, kind of continuing that offensive progression that they did last year, specifically behind the MVP of that team, Stephon Diggs. So, yeah, give me the Bills.
How much did your brother pay you to say that on there?
Oh, man, he's still cashing out. He's off camera cashing out right now.
I'm sure he paid you. I'm sure he was in your ear like, yo, Rick, you can't do that to me on air week 1. He probably paid you out right now to make that pick. Trav, you going with the Bills as well, or is this one a tough one?
This is definitely a tough one, Carl. It's definitely a tough one. I mean, the Bills we all believe they're an up-and-coming football team, but the Steelers, they went out here, they drafted Najee.
Bro, they went to the NFC title game, bro.
Right. They're an ascending team as far as
no, the proper term is that they're a contender. That's what you're supposed to say.
No,
they're a contender. They're a contender.
I still think they have a ways to go. So therefore, I'm going to put them as an ascending football team.
Okay.
But the Steelers went out here and drafted Najee Harris in the first round of the running back position. We all know the talent on that defense. I believe they're going to get the linebacker Bush back, who tore his ACL last year. TJ Watt with the new money, baby. He out there with the new money.
Yep,
so
I was looking for some of that money while I was out there too.
Well, you know what, Travis? He's the highest paid defensive player in the league right now. Highest paid.
That's right, because the pass rushers. That's what pass rushers do. We need that in the NFL. Okay?
Rick was out there like he was playing Call of Duty with the money flying out of his backpack. he thought he was really out there in Warzone, bro.
But I can concur with Rick as far as the energy of Pittsburgh. You can't even get through the airport without being bombarded with Steelers.
Yeah,
nation.
It's wild. I mean, even all the bridges are yellow. Like,
right. I believe this game, week 1 game, will have playoff ramifications simply because I believe this will determine some home games come playoff time. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna have to go with Paul. I'm gonna go with the Steelers.
Okay. Paul, you have a message from your favorite hit list member. Declan said Paul is going to pick against the Bills 11 times this year like he picked against the Jets last year, and it's going to show in the Coulange pick'em standings.
You know what's going to show? Your standings at 2 a.m. It's on. All right, player. That's what happened.
Josh
Allen on the line.
Tell him, Deck. It's still early in the semester. Tell him it's still early in the semester.
Nah, brother. If you've been there for a month, it's never too early when you get on campus a month early, buddy.
But remember, Carl,
I'm trying to be on your side, Deck. I'm trying to help you.
But remember, what'd you say? He brought steak to the buffet, though, right?
Yeah,
remember?
He did. Yeah. When he said that to me, I was like, bro, you can't bring food to the buffet. It's like bringing sand to a beach. You can't do that. No, bro.
Think about it. You ever seen somebody pull up to a pizza party with pizza? Like when I go to Starbucks, I don't already have coffee, bro. I go in there and I get something, bro. So here's what I'm gonna say, Carl.
You're gonna go Steelers.
I'm going Steelers because what Buffalo does well, they do better, I think, on the defensive side of the football in Pittsburgh. They can defend the pass. We don't even know they don't even have a backup running back this week. I mean, Matt Breida's the backup. I mean, where the hell he came from, right? So you're talking about, again, the same old Josh Allen with the one-dimensional offense, the air raid attack. I think they get behind early. I think Big Ben actually still has some gas left in the tank. We all can't wait to see Najee Harris. So for that reason, I'm going with Mike Tomlin today, bro. I'm going with the Steelers. And I do want to mention, even during the MVP campaign, this same Josh Allen struggled mightily last year against the Steelers. They came out with a victory, but he struggled tremendously against that 5D backfield. Give me the Steelers, bro.
All right, so 3 people go with the Steelers here. Right now, Travis and Paul got the Steelers. Everybody else got the Bills. I just hope this insight is definitely helping some of the hitless members who are watching right now to make their predictions if they got any money on the line. We got Dolphins and Patriots. So we got 2 people.
The Bama Bowl.
We got 2 people going with the Dolphins. Greg went with the Dolphins. Manny picked the Dolphins.
Oh, there's a new.
Okay.
So Rick,
You
this
gotta
is your
let Rick go
team.
last, bro. He's the
Okay,
Miami
all right, that's fair.
Yeah.
Travis, who you got?
Rick, I just got one question for you. I'm ready to start Jalen Waddle today in my fantasy.
Absolutely, you are.
I like what I've seen from him in preseason. I feel like they were trying to get him the ball. I feel like he will be an active participant in this offense. Do
Travis,
you agree
can I help
with that?
you? Can I help you out real quick?
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Hold on,
help you, Travis.
I need the advice of the Miami Dolphin native.
Go ahead.
Let ears to the ground.
Let
I'm
Paul
a
jump
Florida
in.
native, all right?
Let
Me and Rick
Paul
are
jump
both
in.
Dolphins
You
fans,
are. I forgot about that.
Check this out. You know why I like Waddle even more? Because Stephon Gilmore ain't going to guard him. He got torched by
He's not
Devontae
playing.
Parker.
He's
not
not
even playing.
He's on PUP.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He's on the pump. He's on the pump. Not even playing. But I believe what this game is in New England. If it was, if it was in Miami, I would definitely go Miami. But then I think I'm still gonna go Miami. I'm still gonna go Miami with this one. I believe Brian Flores. There's a lot of interesting matchups. You have Brian Flores going against Bill Belichick.
I mean, that's not really a matchup, though.
But you know what I'm saying. The pupil goes back to play the master. You got the 2 Bama quarterbacks. Mac Jones out there. I think he's going to do well in this offense. But at the end of the day,
He ain't doing well today, all right? And let me tell you why. One of my friends back home on the Sports Hit List said yesterday, one of the best bars I've heard in a while. Jacoby Myers would not make it out of the receiving room for most teams in the NFL, and he is 100% right. That man was Greg Polius, the pitcher, all right? That's what he's known for.
Yeah, well, Greg also said,
he throws dubs.
Bro, you know what Greg says? He doesn't understand how people are picking the Patriots in this game.
I know how.
You know why? Because I can tell you how. Because I believe that Patriots defense will be top flight this year.
Without their best player?
Who's the best? The front seven will be elite, I believe.
You don't even know 4 guys on the front 7.
Well, Declan
Matthew
is also
Judon,
saying
Hightower, Van Noy.
Van Noy, the guy that the Dolphins just cut? Stop playing with me, bro.
Hold on, I got to think of a 4 because you're right.
That's the tackle machine. I'll give him that.
No. The kid out of Bama, the defensive tackle.
What kid out of Bama?
The defensive tackle they took in the
Don't
second
even
round.
know his name.
I know.
Stop, all right? Stop it.
Okay,
the
so
disrespect coming from the 305 is real.
Okay,
the
so
Dolphins
Paul
is one of the best defenses in pro football. The last
So you're going Dolphins?
on defense.
You
Absolutely. Stop
Right.
playing with my bro Tua like that. Shout out to Hawaii, bro.
Right, the Tua disrespect has got to stop. It's
Yeah,
got
boy,
to.
Declan said he's taking Mac Jones over Tua.
To be honest, some of it comes from within the organization. By the way,
So-
the game rules.
So here's the thing. I feel like about a week and a half ago, this would have been a landslide in the Dolphins' favor on everybody's picks. You know what I mean? So I think the mindset is, people are drinking this Matt Jones Kool-Aid nonstop, and it's people are thinking, hey, if Bill got the guy that he thinks is his guy, then we're going to see old Patriots again, which could very well be the case. You know what I'm saying? But with that said, I have nothing but 100% faith in what we've been able to build over the past couple of years, specifically this past offseason. Tua's had a full offseason, a full training camp. He's healthy. We've put amazing people around him. All the things I mentioned the other day when I jumped up on the live. The tools are in place. Now we just got to put it together, finish the puzzle. You know what I mean? So this game is bigger than it may look for us. It's a very important game. Not only is it at the Patriots, a team that's been our, thorn in the side for so long, but the fact that you got the two quarterbacks, the two Alabama quarterbacks, you got Bill and you got Flo. Everything considered, man, this is a huge game for Miami to set things off, and they got to get this victory. So give me the Dolphins.
Shout out to the 305, bro.
Okay, so Rick's going with the Dolphins. Travis and Paul both going Dolphins. Declan, Raynal, and Chuck went with the Pats, and Greg and Manny went with the Dolphins. All right, moving along, we have the Bears versus the Rams. Everyone's got the Rams with this one. Paul?
Buddy.
Yeah, they got the Rams. Yeah.
I'm only going Rams because Justin Fields ain't starting today. So give me the Rams.
Rick?
That's facts, though. I look, listen, speaking of Justin Fields, man, I am of the belief that it won't be long until we see him. I think this is the perfect situation. I was about to say, this is the perfect situation to feed Dalton to a crazy defense and have an excuse to say, yeah, you ain't number one anymore, But until that's done, we ain't gonna see much from the Bears, So definitely give me the Rams tonight.
Travis, clean sweep, or it's a tough one?
No, this is not a tough one because contrary to what Paul said, I'm not picking the Rams because the Bears aren't starting Justin Fields. I'm picking the Rams because they have Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey on their defense. Okay, 2 of the top 5 defensive players in the NFL. All right, that's why I'm going with the Rams.
Okay.
I mean, Khalil Mack and Roquan Smith ain't no slouch though, bro. Like,
they ain't top 5.
You know what I'm saying?
They ain't top 5.
Tom has made us forget that Khalil Mack was also a top 5 football player, right? Like, we've forgotten this in our minds. He
might be 6. He might be 5 or 6, but that's 1. The Rams have 2.
I think another thing too, offensively for the Rams, we didn't talk about Matthew Stafford. We're gonna get to see McVay. We're gonna get to see McVay and Stafford what they can do. They wanted this, from all reports, they both wanted this marriage. They kind of did a little quasi
that happened down in Mexico. Apparently, there was a meeting down on a
Cancun, right? A little random trip. The wives were in on it and whatnot, so they wanted this, they got it. So we need to see what this offense is going to do now that McVay supposedly has this guy.
Okay, and in our Monday Night Football matchup for Week 1, we got the Ravens versus the Raiders. Clearly, we know Manny is the only one to pick the Raiders. Everyone else went with the Ravens. So,
is that game in Vegas?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
it is.
What's up? We out?
The new stadium.
Yes, sir. Wanted to go so bad.
I'm not hearing great reviews about that stadium, by the way. There seems to be some missing toilet paper. There seems to be some missing things and amenities there. I don't know. I'm not too sure.
It's the Raiders organization.
Bro, it's Vegas. Nobody wipes their ass in Vegas. It's Vegas, baby. You get back out there and you get on the blackjack table. That's what
you keep the party going.
That's it.
Nobody has time to take a shit in Vegas. I promise you.
Carl, I mean, they said I believe there's a club in the stadium. Like,
yeah.
All right, here's what I'm gonna say. It's Week 1, so I'm gonna get random out here. This is a gaff.
You playing Russian roulette? Be careful.
It's Vegas.
The Raiders win in a late game. It's gonna be a shootout. The Raiders pull this one out this week on Monday Night Football. New stadium, bumping. They got a nightclub in there. They got a nightclub.
So, man, you got somebody with you. Rick, are you taking that bet? Pun intended.
Nah, man, I'm gonna play the soft odds on this one, man. Look, I know. Look, the Ravens' backfield's in turmoil. I mean, it looked like anybody who takes a handoff from there snaps a knee or an ACL or Achilles or something. Unfortunately, but they got some former studs back there. Who knows which one of them we see and in what type of rotation. But I'm convinced that the Ravens are going to be able to do enough to get this first dub.
Trav, what odds do you take?
I mean, as Ray said, I mean, the Ravens running back got some bad mojo. They need some sage in there. They need an exorcism. They need something. Do we even know who's playing running back for them tomorrow night? But with that being said, that's a tough one. I mean, it's not a tough game, but that's a tough situation. It's a tough situation within the Ravens organization, being on the road in Vegas, like Paul said, with the new fans in that stadium. I, in fact, know a few people who will be in that stadium. I hate to go with Manny because he's going to lose in his fantasy this weekend.
Just do it, bro.
I'm going the Raiders.
Just do it, bro.
So we have some new news here with the sports hit list. Smoke and Mirrors time has been moved. They will be doing a 7 o'clock start, 7 p.m. to preview the Monday Night Football game, as opposed to 7 p.m. To preview the Monday Night Football game tomorrow night and also review the Sunday night games. So a special shout out to Declan, Greg, and Steph. So their show's
shout out to Smoke and Mirrors, bro. Smoke and Mirrors is a dope show, man.
So they're moving their times on Monday.
Invite in a while, I'm just saying.
They're moving their times. They're moving their times for football season.
Came around and I ain't getting no invite in a while.
Well, they're moving their times this football season from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. So please make sure you check them out. I wanted to ask you guys this question before I let you go. I know the game's about to kick off. This whole number.
It is 101.
Yes, I know.
Here, so
this whole number change.
Come on,
right.
Paul.
Listen, this whole number change.
Let my man talk, bro. He the leader, bro.
The whole number change thing. Does that really? How is that affecting this season, where players are changing numbers? And I saw Brady complain about it. A couple other teams did.
Is that a major today?
Is that really a big deal? Big deal or no deal?
I personally hate it. I hate it
because
it's hard. It's hard to tell who's playing what position.
Right.
Usually I would know. Yes, I would usually know. Okay, if he's in the 50s or the 40s, all right, that's my linebacker. You got the Cowboys who have 2 linebackers, one wearing number 9 and the other's wearing number 11.
So why did the NFL allow this? Was it always a rule?
Jersey sales.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'll put it like this. I somewhat agree with Travis just because watching the game on Thursday, there was a couple of times where I just like, wait, whoa, what just happened? Oh, okay. Oh, he defense. Oh, okay, But with that being said, it ain't that serious, man. Let these dudes wear whatever jersey they want. You getting paid millions of dollars to be able to identify stuff on the opposite side of the ball. Do your job. That's it, man. Adjust to the jersey numbers and keep it moving.
I remember growing up and always wanting jerseys of like the guys I liked, right? I liked Michael Irvin. I never wanted an 88 on the back of my shirt though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you mean to tell me I could go rock a number 2 jersey for my son Julio back? Like, for the kids coming up today, this is amazing. You know how many Leonard Fournette jerseys I've seen this weekend at Target?
Yeah.
Like with the number 7 on the back, bro. Like the single digit, it's a vibe, bro. This is why we loved college football. Like, the best player rocking number 1. We loved it.
Look, I'll take my Florida State Sanders number 2 over any 21.
State,
hey, it's Dion, though. Stop it. It's Dion. It's Dion.
But does the number really, but does the number really matter when you're purchasing a jersey sale? If you love your favorite player, regardless
visually,
of
yes.
Visually, yes. It's actually genius on the NFL's part. Because in order to change your number, you have to buy the stock that they have in your old number. And then the NFL
they can afford it, bro.
And then the NFL is going to make money on the New Jersey sale.
Like,
it's
low
actually
key,
kind
like,
of genius.
I would love to see Dalvin Cook go back to the 4, bro. Like, like DC was the man at FSU with the 4 on his back, bro. Like,
again,
one of the other
FSU on this channel today. Okay,
one of the other cool things, though, Travis, you mentioned they got to buy out the stock of the jersey. But the other cool thing too, you're seeing a lot of players kind of reaching out to their fans and really interacting, letting them know, hey, I'm changing my jersey number, but anybody who has my old jersey, I'll either send you a new one or I'll sign it or something like that.
Yeah.
So we get some cool fan interaction behind it too.
Greg made a good point about college football. He says the new rule, college football players will be coming into the league with their own brand now. So that's part of That's part of the reason.
Yep, that goes hand in hand. That's right.
Bro.
It does go hand in hand with the NIL.
And shout out to Greg, man. He's been a catalyst for college sports.
Yeah,
it's a
absolutely.
good thing that is happening. Shout out to Greg for staying on that campaign, B.
All right, fellas.
And you know what else? One thing before we go, Carl. I know Greg wouldn't have did that at 2 a.m. He wouldn't be talking about that. You know what I'm saying?
He's never gonna live that down. He's never gonna live that one, man. There's no way.
He better not come on this show.
Yo,
Crab, you had one more point?
No, I'm saying let's wrap it up, guys.
Hold on. I got one more point. A quick pro tip from an insider. Listen, don't wait till 12:55 to be reaching out to people about your damn password being locked out on FanDuel. Come on, man. Get that taken care of days earlier, man. What y'all doing right now? What are y'all doing right now?
He's getting stressed out. He's just like, because he's got to deal with that BS. That's why he's saying it, because he's got to deal with these.
Come on, man. That's your fault.
All right, so I have everybody's predictions. I'll give a recap at the end of the day. Who's in the lead after week one? I'll be watching. I know the chat will
I know
be
I
live.
won't be. I'll be at the bottom, but that's okay.
You guys enjoy. Travis and Paul, I'll see you guys next week for week 2. And we'll see who comes up as our special guest. Rich, thank you for pulling up. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Please make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe.
Enjoy your Sunday.
Thank you for tuning in. Football's back. Take care.
It's 2 time, baby. Let's go.
Go Jaguars.
Said no one.
At 2 a.m., go Jaguars. Next, you know what, Paul? At 2 a.m., send that to us. Let us know at 2 a.m. next time.
You might get it. Listen, can be up at 3 every night. You might get something at 3 a.m. You might. Every night, 3 a.m., bro.